Muadem with a weekend analysis for November 16th, 2013. This is how the markets ended the week, with the Dow cruising very comfortably, it seems like, to fresh all-time highs. Very nice. Take a look at what the S&P 500 did, also cruising to all-time highs. The breakout was here a couple of weeks ago, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight weeks. We see the Nasdaq, not too shabby, also up 1.7% for the week, and also a fresh weekly breakout after 2 weeks of rest. So that's how the markets ended the week. Let's take a look at the charts more in detail. Let's begin with the Nasdaq here. You see, even after this massive run over the last couple of years, the market came here, settled for 2 weeks down, and broke out. So this is a fresh breakout as far as the technicals are concerned. Without any more data, there's nothing I see on these charts. The MACDs are pointing higher, trading above zero. There's really nothing that says this market is about to crack. So the RSI trading at that level is just a sign of strength, and that could continue pushing this market higher. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq daily. On the daily, maybe you can question what's going on, because we've made a higher high now, and yet we haven't broken out above this declining top lines here on the RSI. So this seems to be negative divergence, lower low here as of right now, and a higher high in price. That could be the reason for this market to take a break from that very nice move. Let's take a look at the Dow weekly. Coming into this week, or the week that just ended, we were talking about the Dow holding above 15,658 as a weekly level to watch. So now we've had 2 weeks above that level. That's a very strong breakout, because this breakout has been confirmed on the subsequent or the following week. Very powerful breakout there. If you take a look at the Dow RSI, we were thinking that this could have been negative divergence here, but as you can see, the market has chose to move above that level there. So that short term is also showing momentum to the upside. What's really one thing we have to also accept and consider is, if we have the new week move this RSI to make it look like that here, then that's a reversal signal, and that's something we need to watch, because this area here has previously been giving the market short-term highs like it did previously here, and also after this break here. So that level has been an area in the market where the market has been turning around. So not really out of the woods in terms of that level which has been stalling the market, but for now really you'd be pushing it if you are trying to find a reason to be outright bearish. If you take a look at the MACDs for the Dow weekly, take a look at how this is pointing for a crossover and heading higher, also pointing higher. Momentum remains higher, for now. If we take a look at the Dow daily, again, we were expecting some resistance at this level here. I was expecting resistance there, and over the last 2 weeks that was stalling over there, but now we see that market has just jumped above that level, and this could be enough to start moving the market higher. So that's something we need to keep watching. Really impressive, just the fact that the market doesn't, even after this sharp slide, this immediate recovery is very impressive. Settled down here and then took off again. Absolutely powerful market. Wow, you really have to be impressed by what the market is doing. If you take a look at the MACDs, all of them are pointing higher. This is just a sign of momentum, period. Take a look at the S&P 500 weekly. Actually, let's take a look at the Dow 60-minute hourly chart here. Take that level there, which happens to be this level on the highs there. I was expecting resistance here. Coming into October, we got a little resistance there. The market will pull back slightly. Now we are back in this general area. Are we going to stall here on the RSI, or are we going to continue pushing higher? I don't know, but I just have to say that it's tough to be bearish here. This market can do whatever it wants, and there's no need to try and guess where the high is. It seems very strong. The reasons, take a look at how the RSI on the weekly is looking like. This is just a sign of momentum, trading above 69.10. S&P 500, like I mentioned earlier, 5 straight weeks after that breakout above 1709. This was resistance here. Once we cleared that, it's been almost smooth sailing to the upside. S&P 500 daily, like the Nasdaq, we could be forming negative divergence. We are making higher highs, but this RSI top lines here has not been broken to the upside, and actually you see that as of right now we are making a lower low here on the technicals, but we need a couple of down days to confirm that negative divergence. As far as I can tell, this market continues looking good. MACD is pointing to the upside. What's not to like? The one thing I have to say that the market is absolutely scary with the potential to go higher is the monthly charts here. Now, if you take a look at where the RSIs are trading, just assume if this market continues just staying in this level here on the RSIs, that takes me back to this period here between 95, 96 all the way to 99. So, if you can just believe that this RSI stays here on the monthly, who knows how far this thing can go. It's absolutely, and it can happen. Take a look at the Dow monthly. The Dow is now back above 69.10. And, even here, coming into 2006, 2007, this market, once it was trading above this level here, it had a nice move from here to here. Nice move. And then don't forget this spectacular period here. So if this RSI continues staying in this level, we really have to be careful about the upside potential in this market. Now let me switch gears here and go to one of the stocks we were watching on the short side. Shame on me, is the EWJ. And as we were thinking that it was breaking down here, so at this particular point here last week, it seemed like it was breaking down. Guess what? Then following week, it's breaking out. Take that off. And so now that short idea to me seems to be not gonna work. You see the fresh weekly closing highs, that could start a new rally. So because we don't know whether it's gonna continue moving higher, I believe this is a scary short to hold. The only way you can hold it is if we have a strong reversal in the new week that brings it back to this 10-week moving average. For now, a risky trade if you are short this stock, just based on the potential for it to continue moving higher. Take a look at the daily for the EWJ, the Japanese iShares, and you see that breaking out above this short-term highs here. That's a fresh breakout there. My only concern is you'd expect resistance on the RSI at that level on the blue line, which has been stalling this market. Stalled it here, which was this high. The break here was this high here. Stalled here again, which was this recent high. Stalled again here, which was this high. So now if it stalls here and this moves lower here, then maybe this was a fake move. But for now, you have to respect what you see, and the market is saying this thing wants to go higher. If you take a look at the EWJ from a monthly chart, you see that it is breaking out on the monthly above this monthly closing high. So that's a breakout there. In fact, it seems like it's a good buy right there. 11.92 is this monthly closing high. So as long as it's holding above 11.92, we can see that the RSIs on the monthly are going to also move to fresh highs. If that holds, that looks like it wants to move higher, and also take a look at the MACDs. The MACDs are at all 3-year highs here, and also crossover here above zero. So to me, on the monthly, the EWJ is saying that Japan now, as of right now, seems like it wants to steam and crush to new highs. So be careful with that short. I would close it if it holds above 11, continues holding above 11.92, which is this monthly closing high breakout there. Looks very good. Let's take a look at the FXI on a weekly chart, the Chinese iShares. This weekly closing high there gives anybody who wants to go long an opportunity of holding that, and the buy point there is at a price of 38.43 43. So anything above that suggests that it could move higher. So based on that price, take a look at the daily here, and the daily seems to be coming out of this wedge here. So this could be where it starts moving higher. That could be a buy signal, or it's a trap based on where the RSI has been stalling lately. From this stall point here, which happens to be this level here, stalled recently here, which is these highs. Basically, this is an area where you need to watch. These highs here are based on this resistance there. So if it stalls here like that, then this move here is fake. So we'll see what happens. But if it can break out on the weekly above that 38.43, this thing could also have a chance of moving higher there. Let's take a look at the IYR monthly. IYR monthly had a nice recovery, seems to be holding this, defending this line here. We'll see whether that holds, but it's defending that line, so you can't really say much about after that. I was hoping for a break here. It's not taking place, so it seems to be holding, and I don't want to keep insisting that it has to go down. It's doing what it needs to do. If you take a look at the daily, it still remains below the 200-day moving average and remains below the 50-day moving average. So it's not really no man's land, but something to watch. Also, this level here was where the most recent nice entry point was, at that level there, which was this entry point somewhere around here, and you see it's come back to that level. So this could be where it starts moving higher. So basically, I'm watching it to see whether it can recapture the 50-day moving average, just as an area to watch. If it recovers above the 50-day moving average, then maybe this thing is ready to rebound. But for now, I believe it's in no man's land. If you take a look at the BKX, the Philadelphia Bank Index, and the reason I want to show you this is just the absolute possibility of a massive breakout here. If this instrument can stay above 65.77, wow, this is going to be a fresh monthly breakout, and this thing could start blasting higher. Also, it's now trading at 69.13 on the monthly. Anything above 69.10 and higher is really going to push this market. So I need to watch this level. We need to watch this level above 65.77, because if this thing breaks out and holds above this, then the financial space is going to be in play. That's how I'm looking at it for now.